financial system and the way money was being utilized to manipulate power for a certain group of people, but also against a group of people, was not in line with his values of equality. So he said, I want to turn this around. I want this to become, I want to create money of the people and trust of the people amongst themselves. And that started a journey of decentralization, which means in communities, you and me as peer-to-peer, we decide how we're utilizing our funds, how we engage with each other, how we have rules of trust. We don't put that all in anonymous centralized institutions. And if you're interested in that shift and understanding that all our money matters in the future will have a component of this, then this is a fantastic community to learn and earn. And I hope that tonight I can give you insight in the how you do that. This community is working in total symbiosis with the corporate company, which is called Affiliate Marketing 2.0. And Affiliate Marketing 2.0 is led by an incredible genius called Chavez. He saw that what Satoshi Nakamoto did was for him an inspiration to start as an entrepreneur over 10 years ago. He's 29 years old at this moment in time, and he has been building a lot of platforms that are based on crypto and artificial intelligence, the two most hot technological innovations that you can have. So what has he offered our community of WAAS? He says, I'm building a hothouse of technology platforms. And it's innovative. But in order to be able to give creative freedom and give room to my creative team, my creative development teams to give the best of themselves, I need to have a testing space. I need to have a collaborative space. And I don't want to go to pure big institutions. I want to go to people who can bring both testing, learning, and user capacity, plus are able to also share it with others and endorse it with others, because I need communities and crowd. So he says, I am willing to look at the affiliate marketing model, but I want to make sure that I filter out the negatives of the model, and I take that to a next generation, because with the technology that I deliver and with the internal systems that I deliver, I can make sure that you can have a new offer of good products and opportunities that you can utilize them. So we as a community said, fantastic. We are looking for a social learning platform where we can earn. We're looking for a corporate that is caring about our industry, has integrity, and brings the system so that we can all go to a next level. Because we know what the opposite is. We have the experience of the fly-by-nights that are running away. So when he came to us, he had traction with us because he taught us and he was managing a proof of reserve. So we have been working this path with Chavez, and we can therefore say, he gave us a promise. I will secure liquidity, I will ensure sustainability, and I'll give innovation. And his first project was 140 years of a mining journey. And we walked on a path with him ever since. People to this journey, but how can we explain it in a way that someone who's never been in this business before, someone has never even thought about crypto, someone who might not have ever built a business, how can it be simple for them? So he said, okay, I will give you a roadmap that you can explain to the people. And therefore he says, okay, the number one you need to know, everything I do is synthesizing artificial intelligence together with the power of crypto. And I will teach you what AI is and utilize it in simple ways. And I'll teach you the real power of crypto, as a result of which there are so many crypto millionaires that started in the time of Satoshi. It's a second time for all of us to step in. It will happen whether we are using the opportunity or whether we're not using the opportunity. But the person who picked up the phone tonight and invited you for the first time to this meeting is giving you the choice between consciously joining and taking the opportunity or consciously saying not right now. That person cared enough to bring you here, and I hope you will enjoy it. So, okay, it's all very nice to say I'm bringing AI together with the power of crypto, but that doesn't give me a sense of sustainability. How do you show that to me, was the question we posed to Chavez. And he says there are effectively 3 phases in building this business. And the 3 phases are, firstly, we are going to make sure that we own our own blockchain. And he developed that blockchain over 2 years. And right now, for a year, we have gone through an enormous change, because we started a year ago, 2 days ago, a year ago, with 5,000 miners on day one to start mining our own Bitcoin code, which is our native coin. And we did that with 1 validator and 1 node. Today, we have grown to a decentralized space where we now have over 150,000 miners. We have over 30 validators and over 400 nodes. So that's the foundation. We own, as a community, our own blockchain. We exchange our coins, and our blockchain is being recognized by other partners that are running on the blockchain, or going to run on the blockchain. And that takes us to the next step. The next core area is synthesizing AI and Web3. That's our core business. We want to know that we know everything that drives Web3. And later on, we will explain more about that. And there are 3 projects that fall within that. The first project that is live, the pre-sales is live at this moment, is Capital 3.0. It is an exquisite project because it places us at the forefront of connection with the unicorns of the future. The second is launching soon, which is Dodo. It is the first time that in the crypto space, there are packages of index trading. That's a huge business in the fiat world, but in the crypto world, it didn't exist yet. And Chavez and his team created it, and it is ready. And then there's also Chavez AI, which is everything to understand for this world and this market with the support of AI. It's all very nice to do this and have this as a core development area, but we live in a hybrid world at this moment. We need hybrid, frictionless exchanges between traditional liquidity and crypto liquidity. And that is what the third angle is, friction-free liquidity. I call it, if our blockchain is the highway, we need an on-ramp from fiat to crypto and an off-ramp from the highway back to fiat, from crypto to fiat. And in between, we then want to make sure that we can handle all our money matters just as easy as we do that in the crypto world, just as easy as we do it in the fiat world. And therefore, we are working with 9Pay, the crypto card, Take Capital, an amazing project for people who are of the need for treasury of cash flows, that they have maybe high reserves in 1 week and then low reserve in the other. And in that high week, they would like to play on the crypto money market and get some daily returns. and then the peer-to-peer exchange that is about to come. So here you can see an ecosystem with products and services and a development strategy that is integrated and tapping into a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And you are invited tonight to completely, together with the rest of the members of the communities, in small steps, get to know this world, step into it, and learn with us. And we will support you every step along the way. Because it's not just business development, it's team development, it is personal development. So, in summary, first of all, we're having the COT20 NFT miners, which is our blockchain called COT20, and we're not mining our native coin Bitcoin code or BTCC on a traditional machine that maybe lasts 2 to 3 years. No, when you're buying a miner with us, you have 140 years of mining, because our miners are NFTs, which is code-based, and they're utility NFTs, and they mine. And then we have validators. Validators give an annual percentage yield of 240% annual profit yield, which is about 0.27396 BTCCs per hour. And then the node offer, which is an annual percentage yield, profit yield of 182%, which is a 0.07488 BTC per hour. The one is paid through BTCCs, the other is paid through USDTs, both BTCC and TRC20. So the payment system is different, but the principle is the same. If you purchase a node or a validator, you have a once-off investment. After 6 or 8 months, you have your investment back, and then the rest of the year you have your increased yield, and next year you don't have to make an investment, and you have your full-on profit percentage for the year. We do this in offers of a full node or a full validators, but we also do this in syndications, which helps people and teams that need to start up to work together and build up the trust. It is an incredibly flourishing environment at this moment in time. And then we have 9Pay, which is a crypto credit card, that on and off ramp that we were talking about. Over 10 million places in the world where you can use it as a Visa card. And you can also earn cash back on the crypto that you're spending. In the shop, it is experienced by the shop owner as a normal credit card from Visa, but you are putting crypto as your assets, as your money that is exchanged for your purchases, rather than fiat. It even works in ATMs. And then we have the new project Dodo, crypto index trading. Soon, Chavez is starting to train the new trainers, and then the project will be rolled out. And Capital 3.0, as I said, early access to crypto unicorns and AI disruptors. A complete menu of opportunities in the crypto space. And look, we are celebrating 1 year anniversary of our mining BTCCs. And we want to say thank you to every member, leader, and the entire community for the dedication and support that you have done. We couldn't have done it without you. And a very special thank you for Chavez, because he is the founder and the vision, and he took that baby that he had been developing with his team for 2 years, and he gave it to us. And he said, together we go live, all together. And it was designed on the principles of the original Bitcoin and the original blockchain. So it is owned by the community, not by a single investor or a pre-fund. So together we continue to grow and we achieve great things. How can you become part of this? You can become part of this by purchasing a miner. And the miners are collectively mining at the same speed at this moment as the original Bitcoin started, which is 50 BTCCs per 10 minutes. So we also have every 4 years a halving. So we have exactly the same number of 21 million coins that are being mined in total. So we're walking the path of the original Bitcoin with all the elements that are so powerful, why it is the strongest asset value in crypto at this moment. But we've improved it by having a higher speed of transactions, a much lower transaction fee, and longevity of the mining capacity. And you can step in. It is available to anyone around the world at a price that is possible. So 50 USDT. If you're purchasing a 50 USDT miner, you are creating something for your family, intergenerational wealth, just as with the validators and the nodes, because it keeps on going for as long as we hold it together. You can also, if you started and you're comfortable with 50, you could go up and you say, I start with 500 USDTs, because then I can buy a GT1X, a 10X, or with 5,000, you can get a GT 100X. And the difference between this is like horsepower. It's like every machine gives more horsepower and therefore can go at a higher speed. This is what has created the foundation for this community, and this is creating our sustainability and why we are excited to introduce you to our innovations. Secondly, 9Pay. That is revolutionizing financial transactions because it is accepted by over 100 million merchants worldwide. It is a crypto credit card. And it's working. You purchase in WAAS, you purchase the card in WAAS, and then you will download the app from your for either in Android or in Apple, and from there everything is managed within the app, just like you have an online banking app. You will have your online credit card app. And there are two types of cards. There's a virtual card and a physical card. The moment you have done your KYC and everything is organized, you will instantly have your virtual card. With the physical card, it will be brought to you either to your house, or if there is a situation that's different, there are collection points. And there's something really unique because you can earn rewards. You can earn rewards by referring the credit card to other people around you. And that means that when they start spending, you get a cashback, but you also get for yourself. If you put your own money on it, you can also get cashback on your own spending. And this is a huge market from a network marketing point of view, because the market potential, if you think of it, only 2% of bank account holders actively use cryptocurrency for spending. There are 4 billion bank account holders. You can see the enormous increase of compounded annual growth from 560 to 1.2 billion in a period of 4 years. This will happen with or without us. If we share credit cards, crypto credit cards, to people who are learning to get into crypto and to people who are already big time into crypto, then that is a fantastic earning mechanism for yourself and a service to build up relationships, because everybody needs it. And we have 3 different cards. We have the 9 Choice, the 9 Prime, and the 9 Platinum. And the difference between those 3 cards is the following. First of all is the transaction limit. Transaction limit means when I make one swipe, when I make one payment, what is the largest volume of my payment? It is 10,000 for one swipe. And if you have 1 million on your card, you can immediately swipe through until you've spent 1 million. There's no maximum. With the 9 Prime, it is 50,000 per swipe. And with the 9 Platinum, it's 100,000 per swipe. You get 0.1% cashback when your friends and family are spending with 9 Choice, 0.2% with 9 Prime, and 0.3% with 9 platinum. And then there are tiers. If you have tier 1, then it means you have referred it to 2 people. Tier 2, you've referred it to 5 people. And tier 3, you referred it to 10 people. Then you can, then up to, depending upon your tier, you can get up to 3% of your own spending. And the price, $100 for 9 choice, $500 for 9 prime, and $1,000 for 9 platinum. And then we are all Satoshi.
Introducing Capital 3.0.
Yes, early access to crypto unicorns and AI disruptors. For me, this is the launch of a project where the ambitions of We Are All Satoshi and Chavez are meeting the acknowledgement of the market and the maturity of who we are in the market. Because Capital 3.0 is a space where we are working directly together with the top tier 1 funds that are backing innovators that are seen as potential unicorns. So unicorn entrepreneurs or techpreneur, however you want to call them. And I have seen this happening in the traditional world. I've worked with people who, took their company to the stock exchange. To be able to work in the crypto, the equivalent of the stock exchange is an ICO. It is basically taking your invention public and make the market come to you. And to be able to get the backing to be at levels, for example, of a new Solana or a complete new ecosystem, to be able to get that backing, there are already big investment necessary. And it is these tier 1 funding companies that come on board what they call in the pre-seed phase. So that is really the phase where the innovator, the creative, the development teams come together and go through the technological development phase, the corporate development phase, until there is a point that everything is smooth and they are ready to go to the exchanges, which is the ICO. The people who are brought that company to that point, they get enormous discounts in order to be able to make their financial exit at the ICO phase. And we are invited to tap into that process because Chavez has been able to get the right of a brokerage firm. And as a result of that, he can sell the value of our community to these tier 1 companies because we are not just bringing cash, we are also bringing the same value as we're bringing Chavez. We are bringing traction because we're active users and active believers in crypto, and our behavior is really, really valuable. It gives insight in terms of how innovation needs to happen. I'm from the Netherlands, but I've been living in South Africa. I used to work with a company that was selling TV formats. And it was well known that if you wanted to expand to bigger markets outside of Holland, in the rest of Europe, it was good to test it in the Netherlands because we had so many people living in the same area that our behavior became like a microcosm for the bigger potential of the market. So we were testing ground, and when we had figured out how the consumer was responding, then other countries could simply take the same format and start running it out. It's a little bit of what we are giving as a value proposition towards these tier 1 funds who are backing these fantastic innovators who need traction. So it's a little bit complicated, but it's important for you to understand how important this is, because by participating in this and all of us investing upfront now in this, we are also laying the foundation for the next 3 years of the development of our own platform and ecosystem of WAAS. And how is it being done? It is being done through the introduction of a Capital 3.0 token. And the Capital 3.0 token is designed to be the backbone of the Capital 3.0 ecosystem. It drives value creation through rewards and through exclusive access. And it does that by aligning incentives with the success of the crypto unicorns. The 3.0 token is on track to become a cornerstone in the future of Web3 development, free investments. So it's about access. And how do we get access? Well, we can purchase a Capital 3.0 license. And when we purchase that license, 35% of that license is being placed in as vested capital. And we are getting a daily interest on it of 2% in tokens, in the Capital 3.0 token. So the name of the game is at the moment to get as quickly as possible as many Capital 3.0 tokens as possible. Because from next month, the first projects are ready to take allocation. And what does allocation mean? Allocation means Chavez says, okay, we have an allocation that is ready to go live at a particular date. And this is the offer. You are allowed to use a certain percentage of your tokens that you have available and swap them into the token that is actually going onto the exchange. And the pricing is this. So you get to one-to-one pricing to what is being discussed, plus the minimum X, the payout is in these funds at least 5%. So 5 times the value that you put in. So think of this, that if you start and you come in now, in the next 40 days, you get as many of these tokens as possible, which after 40 days, you have the first opportunity to all place into the allocation and all swap, and then have a minimum of 5x, but often higher in the markets. That's an amazing turnaround. And that creates the proof and lays the foundation for the company for the next 3 years. And we know that in January, the next one is already created. So this is absolutely the focus in the next 10 days to get this machine maximized rolling so that everybody next month has a maximum number of tokens in the back office. And why? Why can we trust this? Well, we can trust this because we know how the development of the Web3 happened. Web3 is a follow-up of Web 1. Web 1 is how the Internet of Information started. We all had passive websites. We could read things, we could search things, and it was amazing. Then we get to the Internet of Communication, which is the time where we started to use social media, and the time where Amazon was changed the market space completely, because now there was so much infrastructure that suddenly the whole way we do business and how we get products changed. Now we go to the third phase, and that's a little bit, as David says, the web of the money. But it's not the web of the money. It is now the web of the personalized approach, where we, in decentralized internet of blockchains, are taking control of our own money and how we exchange it and where we invest. So the question is, who are the new Amazons of Web 3.0? In Web 3.0, the following technologies are driving the future value. Firstly, there's about 2 trillion as a market size for programmable money. That is embedded solutions and next generation cryptocurrencies like stablecoins. And then that's, of course, really important because you don't want to just be working with coins that are speculative and go up and go down. You also want to be working with coins that are stable, maybe linked like a USDT, linked to the dollar, or maybe a stable euro or a different currency. There are total ecosystems behind this that are making sure that that can survive. So that's why these markets are so huge, and you do it globally. Then there is tokenized IP. It's very important that digital incorruptible proof of ownership for all intellectual property becomes the norm. It shouldn't be different in the United States, and it should be in the Netherlands or in Africa or in Asia. So tokenized IP helps trade to go much faster across the globe. Decentralized finance, 3.6 trillion, removing friction from capital markets to lend, borrow, and invest seamlessly. You start seeing it already in our own back office, where we're bringing those products, we're laying the foundation for these future value drivers. And then Web 3.0 infrastructure, because in order to drive all of this, we need to have the highway, the Web 3 highway, the infrastructure. That's the trust layer for all internet applications, protecting the security of enterprise and consumer data. So these tier 1 funds, they collect traditional income, traditional funders, bring them together, and then they choose and select the proper companies that will lay the foundation to the future. And we can piggyback on that. We don't have to know how they do that. We piggyback because we're part of this top tier 1 inner circle. And to give you a sense of what a difference it made, if you were in June 18 and you would have been part of the pre-seed cycle, you would have been stepping into Solana at $0.2, so 20 cents. And your return would have been 87% because 870x, because it's $174 at the highest point of Solana, exit point of Solana. If you look at these, if you compare that to return size of since that time of Bitcoin or Ethereum, then you see that those X's are lower. Excuse me. They are lower because they are coming only at the market time. You weren't there in the pre-seeds phase. Here, look at the X's. The X's are 715, 21x, 96x, 1200x, 850x, 870x. So 5x is very doable. It's conservative. And that summarizes this offer of Capital 3.0. First of all, whatever license package you pay, we offer you 5x in these Capital 3.0 tokens. These tokens will are coming from a vested capital of 35% of the capital, and it's compounding at 2% a day. So after 138 days, that 5x is fully available in your back office on the basis of the Capital 3.0 tokens, ready to be allocated for an exit that gives you the cash. So how does it work? If you would purchase a pack of $100, 35% is going into the compound with 2% a day. The 2% compounding starts immediately the next day until 5x is achieved. When 5x is achieved, that will give you a capacity at exiting of $500 in tokens that are then placed in a value in the market space where the ICO is taking place. So at the ICO, it could go another 5x. So your 500 could become 2,500 at least when you completely exit everything. But when you have received the 500 in your pack, you have to make a decision. You either buy the same pack or you buy a pack that is a little bit higher, which is, for example, a $1,000 pack. $1,000 pack, 35% is going into the vested capital, because from there's a compounding of 2% a day. The 2% a day, again, is until it's 5x. And when it's 5x, it gives you basically 500%, which is 5,000. And therefore, you back to the decision, are you buying a new package or a higher buy? Just I said, 5,000 could become 25,000 if you swap the right project, that also goes at least 5x. And you could see some of them went much more than 5x. But that's truly your strategy and your allocation. So the packages that are available are $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, and $50,000. And the tokenomics is working. That from the day the vested capital is decided, it is being transferred into tokens, the 3.0 tokens, which are $1 as stable coin. And the rewards distribution is 2% per day. Up until it's 5x, and these rewards are available the whole time for swapping. You qualify when you are a WAAS member and you activate this Capital 3.0 package. But to be able to get all the affiliate marketing income, then you have to participate in also sharing the opportunity with others. And that's the second part of the presentation. The second part of the presentation is you've seen now the opportunity of the business, how we're building a business, what is an investment and what is already self-generative, and what is coming in terms of development. The second part is the affiliate marketing, which is a guaranteed income stream on all of this. And you can participate there when you're becoming part of our binary system. That means you need to become a premium subscriber, which means if you're here for the first time, you go to the person who invited you, you ask for their, and you say, I want to participate. Yes. You ask for their affiliate link and you register. And then you decide together which pack is the right pack to start with. And you purchase that license, then you are a basic subscriber. That means you have access to the WAAS office and you get 2 affiliate links, one for your left and one for your right. And you invite people and you let them subscribe at the left and on the right. When you have a paid subscription on your left and on your right, you become a premium subscriber, and then you have the right to earn income. We have different forms of affiliate income. First of all, we have the kickbacks. That is a 5% reward as an introducer for referring unlimited subscribers from the third paid subscription that you sponsor directly. And then that is not just on new subscriptions, it's also on repurchases. And the second income stream is check match bonus. Check match bonus is one on your left, one on your right. When the volume of the team volume on the left and the team volume on the right is matching, you get 10% every time that it matches. But that has a daily cap. The daily cap is $300 unless you rank up. So this is what it looks like. Suppose you started with a pack of $500. You put someone on your left and you put someone on your right. On your left, 500, on your right, 1,000. Now you are premium. And now you find a third person on your left and they pay 500. That gives you a 5% kickback bonus, which is $25. But you can see that your left and your right team volume are each 1,000. So they're matching, and that's 10% is 100. So 125 in this example. You can earn this from different projects. And we have 2 forms of projects. We have 3x projects and we have 5x projects. The earning potential in affiliate of 3x project we call DeFi, decentralized finance projects. So each time you buy a BTCC miner, a Dodo or license for 9pay card, it gets 3x, which is in potential earnings. And that's not just for the first license, but also for all the top-up. But we also have 5x licenses, which is the Capital 3.0. Every time you purchase a Capital 3.0 package, you get 5x in potential earnings. So, and that's also not just the first license, but it's also the repurchase. And that is the 5x in Capital 3.0 tokens. And this is affiliate income potential. So you're allowed to earn that much in affiliate earning. So it's on top of it. So how does it work? So if you have a $50 miner, you can earn out of affiliate earnings $150. 500, 1,500. 5,000, 15,000. As you see, 3x. With 9pay, same. $100, $300 earning. 500, 1,500. $1,000, a $3,000 earning capacity from your teamwork. With Capital 3.0, it is 5x. So $100 gives you $500 earning capacity. 500 gives you 2,500 earning capacity. 1,000 gives you 5,000. 5,000 gives you 25,000. 10,000 gives you 50,000. 25,000 gives you 125,000. And 50,000 gives you 250,000 earning capacity out of network marketing. That is apart from the 5x you're doing in your own back office for yourself. So this is amazing. The company wants to really drive the sharing of opportunities, and that's also why it has a ranked bonus. So take a screenshot of this place because these are the ranks. Your first ranking is Shiba, which is a check match bonus with a check match volume of 100,000 on your left and 100,000 on your right, and an Ascension Club reward of $1,000 is being paid out. But if you go all the way to Bitcoin, you get a check match bonus that goes up from 300 to 360 to 1,500, and your check match volume is 20 million on your left and on your right, and your Ascension Club reward is $1 million US. As I said, there is a special timing at this moment where nodes are being sold. There's very few slots still available. 27,000 USDs, 182% annual profit yield. It is amazing. What we have seen is people who have bought nodes in the first round about 6 months ago are now rebuying this from the money that they earned out of their nodes, and they're going into the second line because the price is good at this moment in time. And as I said, you only purchase it once, and then for the next coming years, it gives you a yield. And then there's pool income. So there is the mega pool. You attain the mega pool by accomplishing a business volume of 1 million on both your left and right side, and you'll be eligible to receive a monthly 4% share of the total company revenue. So the company puts 4% aside for everybody who is part of the mega pool. And if that's 10 people this month, then the 4% is divided by 10 people. You have 1 share per person. And then you can go to the gigapool. And the gigapool is having a business volume of 5 million on your left and on your right. And that gives you a monthly share of another 3%, which is 7% in total. And the Terrapool, you can attain by 10 million on your left and on your right. And that's another 3% that gives you in total access to 10%. So you could have a share in all 3 of the pools. The pool bonus will be deducted from the 5x potential income. Terms and conditions. Introduce a kickback and check match bonuses are credited to the account on a daily basis. Subscribers have the opportunity to receive Ascension Club rewards from multiple clubs. Ascension Club rewards will be credited once a month. All affiliate earnings are subject to a fixed 2% admin fee. no withdrawal fees. Minimum deposit and balance is 10 USD. Pool income will be calculated based on the total company revenue for the period starting from the first day to the 30th day of each month. The maximum earning amount of all decentralized finance incomes and bonuses is restricted, capped to 3 times the subscription amount, miners, Dodo, 9pay, and Node. The maximum earning amount for all Capital 3.0 income and bonuses is restricted to 5 times the subscription amount. The Bitcoin Ascension Club rank has no capping. Thank you for taking the time to look at this presentation with an overview of our total offering. And I hope it has given you an insight in the development of the journey that you're invited to. I have tonight also special Excel sheets that I want to show you, because specifically leaders that are building teams or leaders that want to help people compound and time compress. This spreadsheet can truly help your teams. So let me stop this and give you a short training on the Excel. Okay, so Capital 3.0. As we said, there are different positions that you can take. And let's start with the most accessible for everybody, which would be $100. With $100, you get a vested capital of 35%, which is 35. But if I wanted to know what would it mean if it was $1,000, well, then you can see that the whole system goes to 350. Imagine now that you have the $1,000, and that gives you a vested capital of 350 and a daily yield of 2%. This is how you read this sheet. On day 1, you get 2%, which is $7. But because it stays there next day, and you can see that here, because we have then also created a day tracker. So if you started today, on day 1, you get 2%, rewards is 7 days. Then that means that your 350, the new balance, is 350 plus 7 is 357. That means that because there's a 2% fee that is being paid out when you're swapping, there is $6.9 available for swapping, therefore for the allocation on day 1. The next day, there's a little bit more in the new balance, so therefore it is 7.1 that you get into the rewards of 2%. And therefore there's a new balance of 364. And there are suddenly 13.9 available in allocation. And I was talking about the fact that if we start now in about 40 days, you would be able to swap. Let's look at in 40 days, $1,000 would have given you a new balance of 773 and about $414 to be able to utilize for the first allocation. And remember that allocation has an expected exit of at least 3 times the volume if you do that. Sorry, at least 5 times the volume if you do that in day 1. So that is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you can see that if I wanted to know what is the day that I have the $1,000 that I had put in allocated balance, then you can see in this spreadsheet that that is approximately on day 69. So in this spreadsheet here, you can see the daily growth. But horizontally, you can see when do I have the 5,000, the 5 times the 5x, which is 5,000 available? Well, that is in day 138. After 138 days, you would have capital 3.0 tokens, 5,000 tokens at the price of $1. And that will be available for you to then cash out. You cash that out into a new system. So if you then have done that, then you see that you have a new 5%, a new 35%, and that 35% is 1,750. And that 1,750 is then giving you a day one reward of $35. And look, the end date of that another 138 days is that you would have a reward of 528. So this is how compounding works. Einstein says compounding is the next world wonder. So compounding is incredibly important. Now we, as the financial freedom team, have looked at this whole system and we say, look, it's all very nice. We have 138 days, 276 days, 414. It's fantastic. But it's made for the bull run. And the bull run might only take 2 years. So how can we do time compression? How can we make it still very affordable for people, but work with time compression? And then we said, okay, that is possible if we work with the positions. And that is where this is relevant. Instead of starting with one pack and working over 138 days, why don't you start working? You start with one pack, and as quickly as possible, you work towards 15 packs. Because what happens with 15 positions? I look here at the purple block with 3 positions, position 1, position 2, and position 3. If 1, 2, and 3 are purchasing each a pack of $100, this pack, number 1 position, is a premium pack and gets a 10% check match bonus. And then if I grow the same triangle, 3 positions in green on the second level on the left, then this position number 2 gets also a 10% check match. And if I then take it from another 3, so then I'm at 7 positions, then this position also gets another check match. And then I do the same here, where I go to the red blocks and I also make those premium. So, and by placing these 8 positions here, number 4 left, right, number 5 left, right, number 6 left, right, number 7 left, right. So what happens is these positions, position 8 to 15, are positions that are not having any affiliate marketing income. These are just token dynamic, 100% tokens, maximizing your tokens, fully passive, and can be maximized in the swap. But all these positions are getting also USDTs that you can utilize to live from, or to purchase new packages from, or whatever you want to do with it. So you have a combination between the value of the token capital 3.0 tokens and the actual cash flow that you might need to survive or pay your bills with, and put it onto 9pay, so you can pay your bills via 9pay. Now, let's show you a calculation of what would work. What does it look like if you start working with a 7-pack? Sorry, I need to make it so that you can read it. Yes. So in this part of the Excel sheet, you first choose which pack there is. And let's say that you started with $100. If you start with $100 pack on day 1, and let's say the next day you take a second one and another day, that every day you're working in your network, and every time you take another pack and you put another pack in. Then what happens here? Basically, you've made a total investment of $1,500 after 15 days. Your first package is $100. It's on the basis of the purchase price 15 times $100, which would give you a potential earning of 5 times 1,500 is $7,500. Your working capital on day one, or when you have the 15 together, so day one is the moment you have 15, is 35%, which is 525. And your 2% starts with $10 a day. After 138 days, you would have 7,500. But in that timing, you are working, you're networking, because people are seeing that you're earning. So you start the first pack to change to $500. And then the second pack to $500, and the third pack to $500, and the fourth pack to $500. So then you basically start a new cycle of 135 days. That might be 60 days into the first cycle of $100. And that has a capacity of 7,500. So because you've made an investment of 7,500, it creates a cycle of a maximum potential of 37,500 in tokens. But to swap them, it's even 5 times more. And then, because you've started to get some allocations and some swapping, a part of that profit you take for yourself, but a part of it, you might be able to start purchasing the first packs of $1,000. 15 times 1,000 is 15,000. That gives you an earning capacity of 75,000. And you continue. Maybe you can go from 1,000 to a 5,000 pack. So you are, and why is this so relevant? With a 5,000 pack, you would have had out of affiliate marketing $8,500 back. Because that is what this column is showing you. With the 15 pack at every level of the income, you see that you can get, depending on what the size of your pack is, you can get a lot of affiliate marketing income back, which you either reinvest or which you utilize to earn and live from, whilst this is your capital and your increased capital, because from this you can buy houses and cars, and you can truly change the lifestyle that you're tapping into. For us as a collective community, it is important that in the next 10 days, we are giving maximum momentum to this, because the allocation that we have, that comes out next month, is an allocation that has so many benefits for us as a community, that if we hit our targets, we will have for the next 3 years monthly allocations that are good for yielding the growth for this business. So thank you very much for listening to me. And I hope this has given you food for thought, and you have time to sit with your leaders and build up your strategy. And you are enjoying the journey further. Grace, I'm giving it back to you.
Recording stopped.
Chantel's always amazing. If your presentations, it is fruit, lots of fruit and thoughts and education from your presentations. Thank you so much. I know you have been busy all day, and but you bring such energy and enthusiasm to your presentations that absolutely, the question is, if you have enjoyed this presentation as much as I have, and I hear the presentations quite a bit, but this is always very exciting, then you probably want to get back with the person who invited you here today to say, thank you. Thank you for making me come, or urging me to come to this day to listen and hear Chantel present. Then